Hi folks. So this is an iMac 2017, an i5 8400 with 64 gigs of DDR4 2400 megahertz RAM. So the reason why I've never used Ecamm Live using this setup right here is because of this webcam. It's a 720p. If you look at the lower corner, and to my right, it might be to your left, I don't know, but let's see, right? Yeah. So it'd be to your left, I think. But it's a 720p. But I was talking with Peter Gregg, and when we were talking about PCs and Macs, and he decided to stay with Mac, he had just the upgrade to me. So he had a SSD drive. I just have the 2 terabyte drive, but it's not SSD, it's the mechanical. And then I had of course I upgraded my memory. He upgraded his, I think, to 16 or 12 or something like that. But he had a lot of problems, especially on overheating. So he had the i7, it was the 7700 4-core. I don't think it was the 7700K. But anyway, grainy. I could do things with this and it'll look worse. So if I unlock it, click the zoom, scare you to death, but you notice I can't focus it. Isn't that something? I can't focus this. If I go to a webcam utility, and if I find one, maybe I could focus it. But in this program, you can't. So anyway, I'm going to bring it back to 0, leave it there, and save your glasses so it doesn't break. So I'm going to show different cameras that I thought was impossible to work on this machine. This is the R10. Okay, I get it in manual mode on the video part. 1/30th of shutter speed, f2.8, and it's at 320. Okay, but I had to set it manually because on the automatic it got too dark. So this is the best picture I can get right now. I can increase the 320 to like a 400. That might be a little bit better. Or 500. That's probably more pleasing. But at a 640, a little bit too much. Yeah. So I'll say at 500. Okay? So the R10, 16 millimeter. The RF 16 millimeter at f2.8. 1/30th of shutter speed. Sorry about the hair. But when you wake up from your beauty sleep, that's what you're stuck with. It's working great, right? And it's competing against this camera. Camera I love, the Nikon ZFC. Okay, it's 1/3 of shutter speed, f2.8, but it's an ISO at 250. This camera handles the ISO better than the R10. And there we go. Sometimes you go out of focus too. But see, I'm even looking at the camera. So sometimes you need more light. And what I'm also testing is the lip sync, the voice, with the sound. You okay, buddy? Yeah, he's going to go and see the vet shortly. But anyway, this is just a quick video. What do you think? If I put it on a revolving videos, this is what you got. The R10, this go for about 15 seconds. So how do I look? I look a lot better now. You see a little shaking. This is a webcam. So this is only 720p. But they consider it high definition. Many of the webcams are like that. And then of course, here we go. So if I stay on here, I have a little square on me. It stays. And back to this camera. So anyway, this is the revolving. AFF works best on the ZFC. The R10, no problem with focusing, but it has a hard time in low light. If I put it on auto ISO, you won't even see me, even with the lights on. It works better at nighttime. I've tried the different white balances and had to put it on Kelvin. But anyway, so the FaceTime camera, the built-in one, works great. This is a ZFC. So it works. I just love the colors on the ZFC. On the Nikon, they're fantastic. I have done nothing to Ecamm. Only thing I did was bring the camera zoom a little bit closer, so you can see the face. But I've had a lot of problems with the R10. So, and then of course it's a little buggy on an older computer. But if you can see, if I go like this, you see no stuttering. So I know Peter Gregg is wondering, why can't this work on mine? Well, the one thing I did was, instead of using a hub, I used direct connection, the USB 3, into the back. So I just have two cameras. I have a 3-camera setup right here. I can set it up where I can lay in the couch or in my chair and you can look at me. The only problem is using this one right here, and what I'm going to do is switch cameras for this video. I'll put the ZFC over there and the R10 right where the ZFC is, or close to it. And we'll see how the picture changes. But it's just to show you, I had to mess the settings on here, so it's it stays at 500. Now if I put it on auto, this may crash, right? So on the ISO, 4, 3, 250, 200, 160, 125, 100, auto. Okay, it's on auto right now. Now you can't see it, but here's the ZFC. And shortly, we go to the R10. See how dark I am? That's why you have to set it manually. Now, if I do it on the auto mode, on the Canon R10, that's why I had to put it in manual mode. And I've also noticed on this program, if I start setting the different stuff on one camera, it affects the other camera. So this is great. I love the detail. It's a 28 millimeter, which gives you kind of like a 42, all right, actually. And on the R10, it's the 16 millimeter. But I can put another lens on there also. And let's see, if I go to FaceTime, yeah, it has a timer. So watch this. I'll go to ZFC, unlock it. Yeah, that time it worked. You can see the timer. So let's see if this works here. All right, so what happened? R10, is it on a timer? You know what it is? I put it from the opening, where you see the screenshot, and it automatically put a time on all the cameras and went to the next scene or whatever. So it's interesting. So there's the R10. There's the FaceTime. There's Wanda in the background. And just to show you how good this camera is, go like that. And there she goes. Oh well. So much for the cameo. And then, of course, the Nikon ZFC. I'll be switching the cameras now. See how it looks. Okay, so I'll move the cameras. There's a Nikon ZFC, so it's a lot darker. So maybe lighting does make a difference. Maybe position of the camera. But if I'm looking at it now, it's at 125 ISO. If I move back, it might be 160. Still 1/30th of shutter speed. Okay. If I go to Canon R10, it's a lot better now. So placing the camera is very important. You have to put it in the right position. How do I look? It's quite a difference. And it's on auto ISO, so I don't know what it is, but it's doing a better job right now just by positioning the camera to a different spot. So this is kind of like a 25.6 with the 1.6 crop on the Canon. How do I look? I think it looks pretty good. So I like the auto-focusing. It's not as sharp as the Nikon lens, but it stays in focus. Never have to worry about the focusing on a Canon camera. On this camera, on the Nikon, it wanders sometimes. But I love the colors that come out of it. So this is just with the light on the top, in the room. If I hit this little light right here, so now you can see me a little bit clearer, okay? And this little diffusion on here, so, but how do I look? And if I go to the R10, how do I look? So by placing the camera in the right place, right lighting, if I turn it off, make the room completely dark. Okay, I'm going to turn off all the lights. Okay, natural light, the R10. So I see placing the camera over here is in a better position than over there. And for some reason, if you have the camera away from the light and you're looking into the light, you get a better color profile. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, looks good. All right. I've done nothing to eCam except zoom it. And then, of course, if I go back to the CFC, I'm darker. But how do you like the natural light? So I see this performs better. Now I see I'm facing away, so I'm dark. But as I go to the light, it's fantastic. Now I'm going to do one more thing. Okay. Now, much better, right? No lighting. Just the sunlight coming through the windows. Totally different. By placing the camera in the right spot, that's how you do it. Now, I know this is going to bug Peter, but Peter, I got it working on my iMac. I'm not getting any stuttering. So what I did was I have it straight hookup with the Elgato 4K cam link straight in the back of the USB 3. So with the iMacs, I think they had 4 USB 3s and 2 Thunderbolts. Okay, this is working great. I am surprised. I like this setup right here. I mean, it's fantastic. I get the CFC on the printer, the scanner printer, and then the R10 is on a nice stand. Cameras are right there. I got all my stuff. I don't even need a light. Okay. I like it. And it beats this one anytime. I mean, the light is good, right? That's why I never use this. So if I go back to the Canon R10, there I have it. And so I'll go here. And I'm sorry, FaceTime, but you gotta go. I'm sorry. You gotta go. So I deleted that. Now I'm going to go into roving cameras. So you can see the timer down on the corner. There's a webcam. Sorry, you gotta go. That's better. Much better. So, anyway, hope you like this video. Always messing around. Always trying to do stuff that's out of the ordinary, alright? So, I got 2 APS-C cameras working great with an iMac 2017 with Ecamm Live version 4. There's Wanda, alright? Watch this. So, webcam can't do this. I think I have a better chance. Yeah, let's try. Zoom. Ah! She's behind me. There you go. So you see, she focuses. And then on, zoom that. And then I have to move the camera to her. And, all right, that's the R10. I have to get out of the picture. So you see how fast the R10 focuses? Now let's take a look at the CFC. That did a pretty good job too. And that's a 42 millimeter. So I would have to get kind of like a 24, which I do have for the R10, to get the almost the equivalent of what I'm getting with the ZFC. So this is the R10 with the 16 millimeter. In fact, you know, so that you see a little bit more noise in the ZFC, but that's okay. At least you get her in. And I'll just put it back to where I had it. So here I am, back in focus. That's the Canon R10. And I have to do the same thing with the ZFC. And I move the camera. And a little more. Back, let me do this. Oh, there's the R10. Okay, CFC. Nope. There. Looked pretty good, didn't I? Now here's the R10. And I can move this probably like that. So this video has been going on for about 20 minutes. As usual, I'm always doing something. VFC, I can probably move like that. And then the R10 is perfect. Okay. So there you have 2 APS-C cameras. And I'm going to pause it right here. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to end it. This is my way of saying, look, I got to work it with the 2017 with the newest software. Of course, I have 64 gigs of RAM. That helps. It helps my 6-core Mac Mini from 2018. I don't have the best processor. I have the kind of like the step below, but it stays cooler. Right now, if I look at the temperature, it's at 55 degrees. I can hear the fan spinning, but it's great. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I'm sorry about that, is on the mics. So, this is the built-in mic. This is the R10. Does it sound better than the built-in mic? The Apple Display Studio has a better mics. The LG Ultrafine 5K has a better mic. My M1 MacBook Air laptop has a better mic. So now this is the R10. This is the ZFC. What do you think? Do I have a winner? All right. So if you like this type of content, please give me a like, subscribe. Any questions, just write in the comments below. There is no notification bell anymore. It's automatic, but you can personalize it or you can just disable it, for notifications. But thank you for watching. And as always, stay safe, keep smiling, and until next time, goodbye.